We will now start with lesson 1. Viola le frère et la sœur de Manuel. Here is the brother and the sister of Manuel. So in this chapter we will recap the indefinite and definite articles and the ER group of verbs, which is the first group of verbs which we have covered in book number 1. We will learn about various body parts. After that I'll translate the comprehension and we will look at certain exercises which are there. So we will start with the indefinite articles. So your indefinite articles are a, un and they. In front of masculine singular noun you will write a, in front of feminine singular noun you will write un, and the plural of both of these is they. So for example, if I write a frère, a brother, and I have to make this plural, it will become des frères, some brothers, with an S. So how do we make a noun plural in English? We generally add an S. A boy, some boys. So same logic applies in French as well. Un is in front of feminine singular nouns. So for example, it's une maison. A house, if I have to make this plural, it will become some houses. Maison with an S. Then we had studied the rule that nouns which end with S, X and Z in their singular form remain the same in their plural form. We will not add an S in the end. So for example, if it is a nez, which is a nose, the plural will be des nez. Some noses, you will not add an S because it is ending with a Z. For example, a son. If I have to say some sons, a will become they and son will remain the same. Then we had done the rule that nouns which end in EAU or EU will take an X in plural and not an S. So for example, if I take the word a gâteau, which means a cake, if I have to make this plural, a changes to they and gâteau with an X. So this is what our indefinite articles are about. Now comes your topic of definite articles, which translates into the in English. So your definite articles are le, la, l apostrophe and le. So any masculine singular noun we will write le. Any feminine singular noun we will write la, and any noun starting with a vowel or H, whether it is masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter, we will use L apostrophe, and the plural of all these will become les. So for example, le garçon, the boy, if I have to make this plural, it becomes les garçons with an S. La fille, which means a girl, if I have to make this plural, it will become les filles with an S. And L apostrophe, let's take for example l'homme, which means a man. The plural of this would be les hommes. Or if even it's a feminine noun, for example like school, l'école, it will become plural by les écoles. And the logic of S, X and Z. So any noun which ends with S, X or Z in its singular form remains the same in the plural form, applies when you are using your definite articles as well. And the nouns which end in EAU or EU will take an X in the plural will apply in case of definite article as well. So if instead of a gâteau, let's say it was le chapeau, which means a hat, the plural of this would be les chapeau with an X. Now I will briefly show you that in the exam, if they ask you to convert from indefinite to definite or definite to indefinite, how will we go about it? So for example, if they give you Yoon Fee, a girl, and you have to convert this into a definite article, so Yoon will become la and Fee will remain as it is. If instead of Yoon Fee, if it was they Fee, for example, and you had to convert this, it will become le Fee. If it was un livre, this will become le livre. If it was de cahier, it becomes le cahier. Now we will look at the reverse. So if they give you, for example, l'école, and you have to convert this into indefinite article. Now by just looking at L apostrophe, you can't make out the gender of école. You have to memorize it. So when you are learning your vocabulary, you should know that école is feminine. So this will convert into Yoon. Similarly, l'homme, which means a man. So by looking at L apostrophe, you will not know what is the gender of homme. But if you have memorized your vocabulary, you know this is masculine, homme. And if it was les pommes, for example, which is the apples, this will convert into des pommes. So this is how we will convert from indefinite to definite and definite to indefinite. We will now recap the ER group of verbs. This is the first group of verbs that we had done in the last book. So let's take the verb parler for example, which means to speak. We will write the subject pronouns, which is je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle. So we will cancel the ER. What are we left with? PARL. So we will copy that everywhere. For je, we will add an E. For tu, ES. For il and elle, we will add an E. For nous, we will add ONS. For vous, EZ. For il and elle, plural, ENT. So it would be je parle, tu parles, il parle, elle parle, nous parlons, vous parlez, il parle, elle parle. So the correct way of remembering this rule is cancel the ER, add E, ES, E, ONS, EZ, ENT, ENT. So for example, let's take another verb which is aimer to like. We will cancel the ER. So we are left with AIM. Now because this verb is starting with a vowel, this J will become apostrophe. So it will be like this. So we are left with AIM. We will write that everywhere. So E, ES, E, ONS, EZ, ENT, END. Now by looking at the endings, because in this book we will learn IR ending and RE ending verbs also. So by just looking at the ending also, you should be able to figure out whether it's an ER ending verb, IR ending verb or RE ending verb. Because a lot of times in your unseen comprehension, they'll give you something like this. AIMES, can you give the infinitive of this verb? So the infinitive would be aimer to like. So this is the conjugation, and this entire verb itself is called the infinitive of the verb. So if they give you am, then you know the infinitive is this. So when we learn IR ending and RE ending verbs, by looking at it, you should be able to figure out what is the infinitive of the verb. So it is essential that you memorize the rule and start recognizing by looking at the endings whether it's an ER ending, IR ending or RE ending verb. We will now study the various body parts. So they've given you on this page the body parts, and in the brackets wherever it's either starting with a vowel or plural, they've given you M or F. So if they've written M, that means it's masculine. If they've written F, that means it's feminine. Now the only thing that you have to be careful about is eyes. So one eye is loyal, but when we are talking about two eyes, it's slightly different. Layer. So the plural this is this and the singular is this. So this is one eye and these are two eyes. I will now translate the comprehension. Viola a garçon et une fille. Here is a boy and a girl. Le garçon, il s'appelle Denis Lavignon. The boy, his name is Denis Lavignon. C'est le frère de Manuel. He is the brother of Manuel. Il a 16 ans. He is 16 years. Il est grand et fort. He is tall and strong. Regardez les jambes de Denis. Look at the legs of Denis. Elles sont longues. They are long. Les bras de Denis sont aussi longs. The arms of Denis are also long. Il parle anglais et français. He speaks English and French. La fille s'appelle Catherine Lavignon. The girl's name is Catherine Lavignon. C'est la sœur de Manuel. She is the sister of Manuel. Elle est petite. She is small. Elle a les yeux bleus. She has blue eyes. Sa bouche est rouge. Her mouth is red. Elle a les cheveux longs et blondes. She has long and blonde hair. Elle est belle. She is beautiful. Ils habitent dans une grande maison. They stay in a big house. Le frère et la sœur sont très proches. The brother and the sister are very close. Ils se disputent rarement. They fight rarely. Now, from the text, we have to find a word which fits in the blanks. So, la fille a les dash brune. The girl has the dash brown. So, either we have to look, we can write hair or eyes. We have to look for a masculine plural noun because brune here in this case is masculine plural, the color. So, either you can write cheveux or you can write here, eyes or hair. Both options are correct. Les dash of Denis are long. So, long in this case is the adjective is masculine plural. So, we have to write the arms, les bras. You can't write les jambes because that would have been feminine. So, the spelling would have been Longues. But here it is Longs. So, you have to write the arms. Il a les dash court. He has the dash short. So, either again it is a masculine plural adjective. So, you can write either he has short arms or you can write he has short hair also. Both options would be correct. So, cheveux or bras, arms, both are okay. Les dash sont blanches. So, in this case, as such, nothing fits in because we have to look at a feminine plural noun. I mean, you can write the legs, but it doesn't make sense. So, either I can write les dents, the teeth are white. Les dash de Denis sont fortes. So, again, we have to look for a masculine plural noun. So, we can look at arms. The arms of Denis are strong. Then we just have to do vrai and faux. Le frère de Manuel est petit. The brother of Manuel is small is false because it is written il est grand et fort. Les yeux de Catherine sont bleus. The eyes of Catherine are blue. It is correct because it is mentioned in the text. So, vrai. Les cheveux de Catherine sont longs et bruns. The hair of Catherine is long and brown. It is false because her hair is long and blonde. So, faux. Il faut disputer avec son frère, sa sœur. So, it says one must fight with one's brother or sister. So, that would be faux. Il parle espagnol. They speak Spanish. It is faux because it's written that he speaks English and French. Now the questions. Comment s'appelle le garçon? Qui est sa sœur? What is the name of the boy and who is his sister? So the name of the boy is Denis Lavigno. So you can say le garçon s'appelle Denis Lavigno. Sa sœur, his sister, s'appelle Catherine Lavigno. Comment sont le frère et la sœur? How is the brother and the sister of Manuel? So you have to describe them using the sentences which have been given in the text. We will now look at some of the exercises which are there. So the first one is we have to fill it with the subject pronoun. So dash parlons français. So ONS, if we see, it's the ending for nous. So your answer is NOUS, nous. The second one is dash habite à Lyon. Dash stays in Lyon. Now habite could be with je also, il also and elle also. So your answer could be J apostrophe, IL or ELLE. All three options are correct. Dash aime les fruits. So ES ending is with tu. So your answer is TU. Dash est de frère. AI is the conjugation of the verb avoir, which we have done in book number 1. So it comes with J. So your answer would be J apostrophe. Dash en un chien. ONT again is the conjugation of the verb avoir. So here in this case your answer can be ILS or ELLES. Il plural. Dash parler français. So EZ is the ending for vous. So your answer is VOUS. Dash s'appelle Isabelle. Now Isabelle is the name of a girl. So your answer would be Elle s'appelle. ELLE. Dash travaille bien. So ENT is the ending for ILS and ELLES. So your answer could be either of that. Il and elle plural. Dash sont indienne. So now this indienne is feminine plural. So your answer has to be ELLES. Dash chante une chanson. So this is either je, il or elle. So JE, IL or ELLE, all three options are correct. Then they have asked you to conjugate the verbs in the present tense. So it is important that all the verbs that they have given you, ER ending verbs, you memorize their meaning, because otherwise you will not be able to know the meaning in unseen comprehension or recognize the infinitive if they ask you such a question in your comprehension. So écoutez. So your first answer J apostrophe. Écoutez will be with E aigu COUTE. Next with nous it should be AIMONS. Next with vous VISITEZ. With il, aller, we have done this conjugation, it should be VONT. Tu, FERMES. Manual, invité Anish. So manual, if we replace it with a pronoun, it is il, IL. So your answer is INVITE. Pierre and Mireille. So it's two people, we have to replace it with a pronoun they, it would be ILS. So regarde, the answer would be REGARDENT. Dash habiter à Delhi. So it's with je they have asked you. So your answer is HABITE. Neha parle français. So Neha, if you replace it with a pronoun, it is elle. So your answer would be PARLE. And être with je, it would be SUIS. It's an irregular verb. The conjugation we have learnt in book number 1. Then in the next one, you just have to fill it with the article. So the gender is all mentioned in the first 2 pages. Then again they have asked you to conjugate the verbs in the present tense. So with nous, être, it would be SOMMES. Le professeur dash expliquer. So your answer, le professeur, replace it with a pronoun which is he, which is IL. So your answer would be EXPLIQUE. Les étudiants. So replace it with a pronoun they, ILS. So your answer is POSENT. Nous, again it's Amer. So your answer would be AIMONS. Nous préférons le cours de dessin. So your answer would be P-R-E aigu F-E aigu R-O-N-S. Do not forget the accents. Les filles préfèrent le cours de piano. So in this case there is a slight difference. This concept we will study in the later chapters. For now I am just giving you the answer. So préférer with les filles, the conjugation would be something like this. So your infinitive is like this. But when we are conjugating it with ELLES, your answer would be like this. I am changing the accent from aigu to grave. Why we do this? We will study it in the later chapters. And chanter, which is to sing, ELLES, so your answer would be CHANTENT. Now in this particular exercise, you have to put the entire paragraph in the plural form. So Nicolas et Pierre habitent. So the first line they have done, à Lyon. Ils et étudiants will become ils sont étudiants. So it would be like this. Ils sont étudiants. Il aime l'anglais et le français, mais il déteste les mathematics. He likes English and French, but he hates maths. So we have to write they like English and French, but they hate maths. So we just have to change the subject pronouns and the verbs. So it will become ils aiment, l'anglais et le français will remain the same, mais will remain the same. Il déteste will become plural and les mathematics will remain the same. Le mercredi après-midi, il a un cours de piano. On Thursday afternoon, he has a piano class. So Thursday afternoon will remain the same. So le mercredi après-midi means Wednesday afternoon. Il a un cours de piano. He has a piano class. So Wednesday afternoon remains the same. So le mercredi après-midi, no change. Il a, so he has will become they have, and a course of piano will remain the same. So il a will change to ils ont. Il aime dessiner, he likes to draw. Et il est content de jouer dans une équipe de basket, and he is happy to play in a basketball team. So il aime dessiner will change to this. Ils aiment dessiner will remain the same, and he is happy will become they are happy. So ils sont contents. To play in a basketball team will remain the same. He spends the weekend near the sea. So il passe le weekend au bord de la mer. So he spends will become they spend. So il passe will become plural. And then the rest of the sentence will remain the same. Il invite un ami. He invites a friend. So il invite will become they invite. Ils invitent a friend, we can change it to some friends. Des amis. And now we have to complete this particular text with the appropriate verb. So we have to understand the meaning. Je dash toujours à 13h. So I dash always at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Les pommes rouges dash de l'arbre. The red apples dash from the tree. L'oiseau dash ce matin. The bird dash this morning. Elle dash les vêtements foncés means she dash dark clothes. Aujourd'hui nous dash le dîner. Today we dash the dinner. Vous dash trop vite. You dash too fast. Tu dash des amis français. You dash some French friends. Les élèves dash pour l'examen. The students dash for the exam. Now we should know the meaning of all the verbs. So préparer is to prepare. Chanter is to sing. Marcher is to walk. Visiter is to visit. Étudier is to study. Préférer is to prefer. Tomber is to fall. And déjeuner is to lunch. So if, for example, the first one we can't figure out what it would be, but we know, for example, the bird sings. So we know the third one for sure. So you can always start somewhere in the middle also. So for example, l'oiseau. So we know chanter will come in this case. So your answer would be chante. Now the red apples, they fall from the tree. So tomber is to fall. So your answer would be tombent for the second one. Today we dash the dinner. So today we prepare the dinner. It's possible. So we will conjugate préparer. So P-R-E P-A-R-O-N-S. The students dash for the exam. So the students study for the exam. So étudier. So E-T-U-D-I-E-N-T. Then je dash toujours at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So it could be you take your lunch. So déjeuner. D-E-J-E-U-N-E. Then she dash dark clothes. So she prefers. So your answer would be again préférer with L. There's a slight difference. I will write the conjugation. Elle préfère. I have changed the accent from aigu to grave. Why we do this? We will study it in the later chapters. Vous dash too fast. So you walk too fast. So marcher. So M-A-R-C-H-E-Z. And tu dash some French friends. So it could be you visit. So your answer would be V-I-S-I-T-E-S. So this finishes our lesson 1. Thank you.